Hello guys, I am Ratnadeep. Welcome to our BioHub. In this video, we are going to discuss about Kingdom Protista. You can also see the videos on biological classification and Kingdom Monera. The links of the videos are given in the description box. Now, what is Protista or whom we call Protista? The term Protista means the first of all or primordial. They are single-celled eukaryotes. Members of this kingdom are primarily aquatic. They possess a well-defined nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Some of them contain flagella and cilia for locomotion. They reproduce both sexually by zygote formation and asexually by cell fusion. Examples of Protista are Euglena, Paramecium, etc. According to their characteristic, the members of Kingdom Protista can be classified into five groups: Chrysophyte, Dinoflagellates, Euglenoids, slime molds, and protozoans. Let's see who are chrysophytes. These members of Kingdom Protista are primarily photosynthetic. They are microscopic and float with water currents. Their cell walls are made of cellulose and silica. They are also called planktons, and they mainly possess golden yellow color. They are mainly found in fresh water as well as marine water also. And some examples of chrysophytes are diatoms and golden algae. Another group of kingdom Protista is dinoflagellates. These are primarily photosynthetic. They bear two dissimilar flagella. Among them, one is present longitudinally and one transversely. Their cell walls have stiff cellulose plates on the outer surface. They appear in yellow, green, brown, blue, or red color, depending on the main pigment present on their cell. Sometimes they release neurotoxins. They are mostly marine. Some examples of dinoflagellates are Goniolus noctiluca. Now, another group, euglenoids. Most of us are familiar with the members of this specific group. They are photosynthetic in presence of sunlight, but in reduced sunlight, they behave like heterotrophs, predating on smaller organisms. Instead of cell wall, they possess a protein-rich layer called pellicle, and they have two flagella, one short and one long. They are found in stagnant fresh water, and an example of euglenoid is Euglena. Slime molds. These creepy members of Kingdom Protista are saprophytic. In other words, they obtain nutrients or organic materials from dead organisms. Under suitable condition, they form an aggregation called plasmodium, which differentiates under unfavorable conditions and forms fruiting bodies bearing spores at the tip. That's how they reproduce. They move along decaying plant parts absorbing the organic materials. And some examples of slime molds are Myxogastria and Physarum. Protozoans. This is a specific group for some members of Kingdom Protista. All protozoans are heterotrophs and live as parasites. In other words, they depend on other organisms to live. They live in a wide variety of moist habitats, including freshwater, marine environments, and soil. We can classify protozoans into four major groups. Amoeboid protozoans or Sarcodina. They move and capture their prey by putting out pseudopodia as an amoeba. Some of them are free-living and some are parasitic. Example, Entamoeba. Flagellated protozoans or Sarcomastigophora. They have flagella. Either they are free-living or parasitic. Example, Trypanosoma. They causes various diseases. Ciliated protozoans or Ciliophora. They have thousands of cilia present in their body. They have a cavity called gullet that opens to the outside of the cell surface, which helps in food consumption. Example, Paramecium, we all know, and sporozoans or apicomplexa. They have an infectious spore-like stage in their life cycle. An example of this is Plasmodium. Thank you students for watching the video so patiently. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and do subscribe our BioHub to stay updated with new videos.